All right, talk a little bit about the game tonight. It looks like if they don't hit the three, you guys will pretty much take care of them. But what did you see out there from a player's perspective?
It's a rivalry game, a lot of energy, a lot of nerves, a lot of excitement. Coming out, we just had to try to compose ourselves. They hit some shots early. They're amped up to play us. We're the number one team in 3A, so we're going to get everybody's best game. But we just had to focus on ourselves and play as good a defense as we could.
Now you've got a rafter up there, the state championships up on the wall, the banners. Talk a little bit about you want to go to Lakeland again and get another one before you walk away from this thing.
Yeah, that's always the goal. Despite what happens throughout the regular season, state championship, I feel like solves all the problems. So, we're going to continue to work and just keep getting better and hopefully win another state championship.
Now, the college process, tell us where you're going, Chapel Hill. Tell us the schools that you had listed, and just talk about the process that you've been through.
Yeah, I decided to go to Chapel Hill. That was the right school for me. I had initially cut my list down to North Carolina, Georgia Tech, Duke. Who else? This a long. Arizona, Miami. I thought Chapel Hill was a perfect place for me. I was being recruited by about 45, 50 schools, so it was important for me to cut that down. And I'm excited to get to the next level and compete.
Now, what made you pick the Tar Heels? Was it Jordan? Was it the education? Was it coach? Was it the program? Was it the mystique? What was it about the North Carolina Tar Heels?
It was a combination of all of that. It was a combination of everything. The history they have there. Coach Roy is a great coach. I think he knows how to win without the top tier talent. I'm the highest guy they've gotten in years. And they just won a national championship last year, which I find really impressive. And they went to the championship the year before that. So I think Coach Roy knows how to win, and I think if he gets talent, he can definitely win. They have a great education. They have the major communications, which is what I'm going to be going into. So, I'm really excited for that, just to learn, and just to hopefully, after basketball, just go into that field. So it was everything.
So you'll be over here with me, broadcasting.
You have the job that I want.
I'll save you a space.
Sure, thank you.
Talk a little bit about, in fact, a couple weeks ago, I saw a preview. I saw you and RJ going at it, and that's the UNC Duke rivalry. That was a preview for local fans here. Talk a little bit about that.
It's a little ACC battle in high school. That's something that people wanted to see. So for me, it's every game is just another game. I don't prepare against anybody differently. I think that's misconceptualizes, not taking somebody serious, but I look at it as looking at everybody equal, and nobody's higher than the next man. So, I just came in there, played my game, did what I had to do, and, hopefully next year is going to be even more intense, the college level, and I'm really excited for it.
Now, Joe Barry, out of Orlando, did you have any conversations with him as far as the North Carolina, Orlando experience, and talk a little bit about that part of it?
Yeah, I'm on official visit to North Carolina. I told him when I was around the area. I talked to his dad, and I talked to him, and I asked him why he chose Carolina, and especially coming from where I'm from, we kind of had that connection. So he just told me what he liked about it, and we kind of felt the same way about the thing. So I feel like it would be good for me.
Okay. Talk a little bit about, go all the way back and take me to when you first picked up a basketball, when you first started playing, and put me in the process, AAU ball, going up to the park, the community centers, working on your ball handling, your shot, running and dunking and jumping and just playing your game.
I started playing around on a little hoop when I was like 3 years old, as most kids do. That I played Little League when I was around 8. I moved overseas for a little bit for military parents, and I came back. And I didn't really play my first official season of basketball until I was about 12 in middle school. So I was kind of behind everybody else, but it was always natural to me, and I was always athletic. I started dunking in 7th grade when I was 12 years old, and then some people just saw stuff in me that I didn't really know myself yet. And you know, ninth grade year, I met my AAU coach, Daryl Harden, and you know, he told me I had a chance to do something special. You know, he began to work with me. And, you know, we just went hard from there, and you know, I just got better each year. Didn't focus on rankings, didn't focus on schools. You know, I just focused on myself, and all the other stuff came with that.
Now, when did you know you could play at a high level and you could see the fruits of your hard work?
I really figured it out my freshman year of high school. You know, my first game on varsity, you know, I was about 14 years old and I just fit in. You know, you can usually look at kids and see who's the young one, but, you know, for me, nobody could tell. So that just showed that I had a chance to compete with the best. And then from there, I just tried to get better.
Okay. Now, let's just call it the next 400 days. You're going to go through a lot. Let's say the next 500 days, as far as going from the high school game to the NCAAs, possible Final Four, and then pro basketball and the student athlete, if you take that route, you know, as soon as 400 or 500 days. Or it could be, you know, a little bit longer. But what's the thought process going in when you know the future is so bright?
For me, just play and work as if I'm staying there for 4 years. You know, I'm projected, you know, first one and done, first round, but you know, I just don't really focus on that. I just try to come in and focus and just help my team win, not necessarily focus on myself individually. So, you know, 4 years is really what I'm focused on, you know, as a player and as a student and an athlete. So that's my main goal.
Talk about being ranked, knowing that you're one of the best, and not only knowing it internally and being blessed there, but knowing it outwardly, whereas people are, you're on the list, you're on the radar, and every time you step outside, they know, hey, this guy is one of the top players. What is that experience like?
You know, it can be challenging at times. You know, everybody goes through games or stretches where they don't play as well, and you feel like, you know, you got pressure on your target on your back. People are gonna play you harder. People are gonna try to stop you. Other teams are gonna game plan on you so you don't get anything easy. But you got to play your game and always remain confident in yourself. You know, I think that's really important. You know, people will try to focus on what other people say about them because they're ranked, but for me, I don't really focus on that. I just focus on myself, and I feel like it helps me play better.
Okay, in closing, take us down the stretch because you've got a few games left, and then you'll get into the playoffs, and I'm sure you want another state championship.
Yeah, you know, we've just been using these games as preparation for the final state run. You know, it'd be great for me to win my last high school basketball game, so that's the goal for me and my teammates. You know, hopefully we can achieve that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.